growing an art business in 2022. So you still got to join on here. Is it slowly spinning up?
Yeah.
Morning,
Facebook,
Paul.
Your face is getting covered by your label.
Yeah, I'm waiting for you on the art storefronts one. On Facebook is spinning up. There we go. All right, good. Hey, what's up, Sean? Morning.
Okay, I'm joining right now.
Wow, Instagram's firing already in terms of audience. You wonder why you go live. There we are. All right.
Perfect.
Yeah, it sometimes takes a little time to connect, but we get it going on.
I can't see you on Facebook. Your face is covered by the label. You might want to move your camera a little bit.
Okay, look, these are beginning of the year technical difficulties. Okay, they are real. They are real.
You see, guys, when you go live, don't be afraid to go live. Like, look, there's technical issues. These things happen. That's all part of it.
Yeah, and if you're looking for a professional, I'll show you one that's not. Okay, everyone has these issues. You just roll with them. Now, you and I are committing. Are we going to say a hard commitment, a soft commitment? I think it's a hard commitment. I think it's a firm. I think it's a firm-ish. I think it's a firm-ish commitment to running these every Thursday morning.
Pretty much, yes.
Crazy scenarios that get in the way aside. I guess we do need to decide, sort of, building the plane in midair, if we're going to go back to the art business mornings theme, right? Which I kind of did like.
Yeah.
I think we should go back to that.
Let's do it.
But we wanted to come on last week. We sort of went through our list of our top 10, which ended up being top 12 takeaways from how to build a successful art and photography business in 2021, and so more specifically, what you need to focus on, what you need to look at for 2022. We're now into the new year, and one of the things that Nick and I talk about when we have our downtime to reflect and everything else is one of the dangers that we have as art storefronts as a business is falling into this bias, if you like, or trap where everybody knows what we know. Everybody knows the basics, right? We've already taught this thing, so we don't have to teach it again. And I think that's mega, mega dangerous, right? And we force ourselves to check ourselves. Number one, many of you have never heard this before. Number two, even if you have heard it before, you need to hear it again. And even if you've heard it again and again and again, you need to hear it again, okay? And what I want to talk about specifically is the fact that fundamentally this business, okay, is about normal marketing, sale, normal marketing, sale, normal marketing, sale. And then just like a typewriter, I know you millennials are like, what does a typewriter look like? Even just like a typewriter slides all the way across and then you reset it back year after year after year. What do we see, Nick? It's the same thing. And so we hounded you guys for months about getting ready for Q4, about getting ready for Cyber Monday, about Black Friday. And what I realize at a macro is, notwithstanding the fact that the business never changes, is all of us are just performance runners, okay? All of us are just performance runners. And when you're a performance runner, do you know what you always have to have on the calendar? A race. You always have to have a race coming up, because then in the back of your head, you have something that you're training for. Do you know, Nick, of any races that might or might not be coming up that we're signed up for in February?
Oh, yes, I do. Another one of the biggest art selling days of the year, Valentine's Day.
Yep. Coming.
Valentine's Day, guys.
Yep.
Followed by, and we should say, followed by Mother's Day, followed by Father's Day, followed by Prime Day, and a Memorial Day, a few in between that you might want to do. And then you get to the end of the year, you get to Q4, which has multiple things in it, right? Black Friday, Cyber Monday, and then the whole rest of December, the holiday season, which is the biggest art selling time of the year. But from now,
I need you to rant for a second. I got somebody at my front door.
Okay. Yeah. So from now, at the beginning of the year through the whole rest of the year, there are actionable things, big art selling holidays. And the most important thing about this, you guys, I always say this, people are looking about how to grow their art business. And they're like, what tactic, Nick, what is the number one tactic I need to do that I could do this or that? I'm trying to hack this or whatever. And it's like, I look at them and I go, are you in the game? Are you really in the game during the biggest art selling times of the year? You are? What are you doing? Are you lobbing out one email or one social media post? Or are you effectively marketing for like 4 weeks, warming up your audience, sending out a bunch of different stuff, and then executing a proper sale through the whole thing? Are you in the game at every one of the big art selling holidays throughout all of the year? If you are not doing anything that the artists and photographers that are selling $100,000, $200,000 a year are doing. That is the number one problem you have. When everybody is pulling out their wallets and buying things, for their spouse, for themselves, as gifts, of course, during like Q4 and the holidays, people are like, I've got 4 TVs I got to buy. This is the time I'm going to buy them because I know I'm going to get a deal. If you're not in the game when everybody is pulling out their wallets, what happens? Well, obviously you're losing. You've got a bad strategy, and that's the first thing that you've got to fix. But all the demand is getting sucked out of the market during those times. Right. So then you're out there, the one guy that didn't take advantage of any of these things, right? And you're trying to sell in other times, and it's like all the demand just got pulled out, and you got nothing left. So you've got to be in the game, right? And so it's not about one hack or tactic. It's like there's these obvious things that you need to be doing as a business owner, especially as an artist or photographer, entrepreneur. And if you fix those things, then you're probably going to change the trajectory of your business this year. And you can start doing it now, today, right? Because Valentine's Day is coming up, and you're like, a lot of you who are listening to this are like, wait, it's only January 6th. I got plenty of time. No, you don't. You have no time. You have no time. You need to start right away, because the marketing in advance of these holidays, the proper marketing starts a month in advance, right? And if you have more time, you want to start doing it now, because you need to be romancing right now. You do romance marketing, right? Where you're not selling, you're just romancing, giving value to your audience, right? In various different ways. And we've got a whole playbook on this. And then you start getting a little bit more aggressive. And I hate using that word, but I'm using it, a little bit more aggressive with your approach in offering things for sale during that period, so that you're taking advantage of the whole thing. But the time is right now. The time is right now. So that's the thing. And then right after it, it doesn't, like, you get into, a period where you want to be generating leads and followers. You want to build your audience, your direct audience, right? Your email list should be growing and all of that. And then before you got a little bit of period of time, and then we're right back to Mother's Day. And Mother's Day is another huge art selling holiday. That's the cadence that you've got to be on. And it just keeps going all year long. It's very logical and it's very straightforward, right? The question is, will you do it?
Yeah, and I think that the race analogy, right, like the running analogy, is so good. It's so good, right? Because if you don't have a race on the books, you're going to be a little bit more inclined to eat that piece of cake. You're going to be a little bit more inclined to have one additional beer, right? You're going to be a little bit inclined to say, it's cold this morning, I don't need to get up and go run around or go do anything. And, whether we're talking about marathon runners or folks that need to be working on their art marketing, if you don't have a firmly established, I'm getting ready for this thing, you don't have the same level of motivation and inspiration to actually work on your marketing and do the work, right? Instead, you have no vision, you have no drive, you have no focus. It's just like, okay, I know I need to do some marketing. I'm going to get to the marketing, and I'll do that marketing. And then what gets done? No marketing. No marketing gets done, right? So Nick and I bring up these events, one, because they're so critically important to the component of the business. This is the business all year long. It's normal marketing sale, normal marketing sale, normal marketing sale, rinse and repeat. It does not change the macro year to year. So when you start signing up for these races, okay, and you pay your race fee, and they send your little bib in the mail, and that thing's hanging on your wall, and you're going to be running soon, you tend to take your marketing way more seriously. You tend to not phone in your efforts. And while most people, okay, are out there with the New Year's resolution, this is going to be my year, and I'm really going to start growing my art business, our people are sending emails already. And they're warming people up with the idea that, oh, by the way, Valentine's Day is coming. Oh, by the way, he or she are remarkable. Your life is considerably better with them in your life. I love you, sweetheart. I hope you heard that. And get some little points early on. And here's an incredible gift that you can potentially get them. And what happens is that by the time it's like 2 weeks away from the sale, Valentine's Day, most people are like, oh my gosh, this is totally a good idea. You're right. I need to get started. You've already lost. You've already lost, because you can't start. You can't start waiting. You can't start that late, right? You can't decide you're going to run the Valentine's Day marathon 2 weeks ahead of time, and you can't even run 2 miles. Okay. You don't even know where your shoes are. You can't even see your shoes when you're putting them on. Your belly's so big, right? So, you have to contemplate these things. And I realize more than anything else, we teach emotional support. We teach accountability. And it's just as important as the tactical and the marketing. So the fact that we saw the results of you and I getting on here, pounding the drum. And by the way, it's just as important for our customers as it is for those that are not. I don't care if you're on our website or not. You need to realize these things. And unless you hear these things, unless you have somebody needling you with a pen saying you've got to do this, you're never going to do it. Right. And so, I find that having these conversations with two of us underscores how important these things are to do. It gets our focus in the right way. It gets us motivating our customers in the right way. And then ideally, you that are considering signing up, or you're somewhere else, maybe if you leave this call and you're like, okay, Valentine's Day is coming. I signed up for a race. What do I need to do between now and then? It puts you in a good spot. It just puts you in a good spot.
I mean, it's such a great point, and it's a great question right now. Like, what is your, like, for the average, like, for anyone that's listening to this, what is your plan for Valentine's Day? Like, you should literally be doing things this week and next week accordingly, because that is coming up, to build up and create this crescendo of attention, right, of your audience, right, as much as possible, so that when it's time to ask, to have the audacity to ask for the sale during Valentine's Day, you've created this your own mountain, so that you can get the most out of that. So when people are making purchases, instead of buying off of Amazon or something else they might have had the idea of, they're buying from you. They're buying from you. So what is your plan? Do you have one? Right? Do you know what to do next week? Like, do you know what to do the week after, the week after, the week after? Well, you should, because that's exactly how you're going to change your business, right? So if you don't have one, start thinking about it and create one, because there's a huge art selling holiday that's coming up.
Yeah. And I'm really, really excited about this one in particular, and especially how we could leverage merch as part of the stack, right? Like, one of the side tangents, and we forgot to talk about this in the dev meeting the other day, but one of the things that we've done at Art Storefronts traditionally are gift cards, right? And one of the rad things about gift cards is, a significant other would like, and let's just say it in the context of Valentine's Day, a significant other really likes this one type of art, or you think they're going to like this type of art, but you don't know what piece they want, and you want to give them the choice so they can do the shopping. So you get the gift card, right? Gift cards are effective, but gift cards are less effective for wall art than they are for wall art and a store full of merch as well. Because then you have all of these various different items, right? And I'll just use a context, like, I get a gift card to an artist shop for my wife because I know she loves this artist or she loves this photographer. It's like, if you want to get a book, get a book. If you want to get a calendar, get a calendar. If you want to get pillows or a tote bag, right, or a yoga mat or a puzzle or any of those things, you can do that. Or you can put the gift card towards wall art. But how much more effective is the gift card at that juncture to let them go and choose their own adventure in the store, right? So merch is just going to play a tremendous, tremendous role in that. And I'm really excited about it. We got to get that on the list, by the way. Put that on the list.
So you mean merch as in coasters, right?
All of it. All of it. Yeah, all of it.
Coasters?
All of it.
I've got them handy, so I might as well show them, right? Because merchandising is one of the most important things, right?
Yeah, you have to. Right? And we should make a hard commitment to do it on every single
holiday cards, thank you cards. Yeah, exactly. And it's like, here we go, right? We'll go down the merchandising rabbit hole. But here's another great question that we love to ask to all of the artists and photographers on here. When is the last time that you actually showed the product that you are selling on video, right, to your audience? Not a flat image, that's on your website, right? Hi, there's this image, and with some drop-down menus of like, oh yeah, you can buy this on paper or canvas, right? The actual product that the person is going to buy, which is the canvas print, the coasters, right? The note cards, the metal print, the acrylic print, right? It's one of the most amazing things that you and I see, one of the biggest mistakes. The artists don't even show the product. And you know what, Pat? On their websites, they don't even show the product. It's not even there. Like, you'll go to the image and you're looking at it and they're like, buy this canvas print. And it doesn't even show what the actual product is. And you've made a joke about this, but it's so true. If you are a door-to-door knife salesman, what's the one thing that you need to bring with you? Is it just your cat? Do you just go around with a catalog door-to-door going, hey, look, you see these right here? Buy these. No, you bring the knives with you. Here's the knives. Here's exactly what you're going to buy. This is the product that you're going to buy. And yet, artists and photographers, they wonder why people aren't buying their product. Or they won't get the bigger sale. Show them what it is, right? They might be blown away. There's probably people today that if you went live and had a little flash sale with coasters and you showed them the coasters, they're like, I guarantee you, even if you have these activated on your website, okay, like Art Storefront's members who are listening right now, 90% or more, maybe even 98% don't even know that you offer them. You think they do, but they don't. They're not sitting there. No consumer, including all of us, are going to different websites and like trying to remember or write down everything that's being offered on that site. And even when you see it, you don't know like exactly what it is. But if you take your best-selling image and it's like, here it is, guys. Did you know I have these? These are amazing. They come in packs of 4. And guess what? They're only $44 today with the sale. Normally 55 or whatever it is, right? And you can get them right now. I'm offering it. I'm offering 10 sets today at the discounted rate. Add these to your bar or your house or whatever it is. Thank you very much.
Yep. Done.
You would make sales. More than likely. Pick a merch item, right? These are impulse items that anyone can buy. And that's the beauty of having merch items along with your art is they're high margin, right? But they're impulse items. They're gift items. Somebody could buy one right now, right? And what we've seen, your mind wants to go, oh, well, it's a mug. It's like, you're selling that for like $30 and I'm only going to make $25 on it or whatever it is, or $22. And what we see is when you offer these merch items, like we see people buying 3 sets of coasters, 2 sets of coasters and a mug, coasters and a metal print, like you think it's going to be just one thing, but before you know it, the order is like $150. Right? And they're going to give one to their friend or whatever they're doing with 2 or 3 sets of coasters. But it's happened often enough that since we've been doing this, that it's an important thing to mention because there's more there than you think.
100% there's more. And we'll expand more and more in terms of merch as we roll along here. But I think the big picture takeaway from this chat today is one, you gotta be focused on the next sale. The next sale is what motivates and inspires all the marketing. These regular marketing / sprint to the sale happen all year long, and they're fundamental to the business. If you've never run a sale before and you don't understand the mechanics or how to do it, that is a great place to be. Because you know what? If you take this business seriously and you really want to grow it, you're going to be running these for the rest of your life. It's time to learn how to do so, right? And it's so fun to watch the progression of, I have no idea what I'm doing. I don't know how to do a sale. I just got my website up. What am I going to do? And it's one email and a hastily placed Facebook post, right? And that was it. That's all you could accomplish. And that's your first sale. Totally awesome. I don't even care if you didn't sell anything, right? You need to learn the mechanics of how sales go. And that's you just getting started. Then you're starting to get the hang of it and you're figuring things out, and you send an email, and then you send an email to unopens, and then you do a Facebook post, and then you do a Facebook video and an Instagram post and an Instagram story, and they all dovetail. And then you get a little bit more advanced. And not only do you send that email and then send that email to the unsends and then post on Instagram and Facebook, you throw in a live art show, right? You throw in a live art show in the middle of the sale, and then you have some Facebook and Instagram ads going on. And it doesn't matter if you're in the beginner, just getting started, in the medium, or in the advanced. You're all running the race. You're all running the race. The only difference is some people are getting a little bit better time, but there's no shortcut, is there? There's no shortcut to the marathon. Moral of the story:
there isn't one.
Get running.
Yeah,
get running.
Exactly. And what better time than the beginning of the year, right? It's January. It's like you got it's a fresh reset. Whether you've been at this for a while as an artist or a photographer, or you're just getting started. It's like right now it's starting, and Valentine's Day is right around the corner, and then you got the whole rest of the year. And so the timing couldn't be better. Like for all of you that are out there, like if audit your last year, what are you going to do differently this year? What happened with your business last year? What are you going to do differently this year to make your results, better than what they were? Now is your time to be thinking about that and to make those changes, right? Because these things are right around the corner. You've got them right here. Valentine's Day, Mother's Day, Father's Day. We've talked about them. There's other ones in there too. And it's your time to take advantage of them and to take your business to the next level.
That's right. Love it. We leave it there?
Leave it there.
Okay. Thank you. Have a great day, everybody.
All right. See you guys.
Valentine's Day is coming.